the returning experience for Lafayette as Harding and Quinn are at center court. We look at the starting lineup for the Lions. Liam Murphy has scored in double figures 5 of the first 6 games. As Lafayette wins the opening tip, you see their starting 5. Leading scorer is Kyle Jenkins. He has the basketball. And the Leopards looking to get off to a fast start here. Fulton.
Yeah, this matchup down low is going to go a long way to determining the game, going down to Quinn early.
6 on the shot clock. Quinn maneuvering around Harding, can't finish, and Harding wins the first battle.
No double team. If Columbia can guard Quinn one-on-one, then they don't have to worry about his exceptional passing.
Murphy stepped out of play, so that's turnover number 1 for Columbia.
And as a former coach, that never ceases to frustrate me. These players do corner shooting drills every day, and guess what? The sideline doesn't move. You have to have consistent footwork. Really no excuse for stepping out of bounds in the corner.
Lions averaging 14 turnovers per game. Backdoor cut by Fulton. Nice feed from Quinn. They kick it in the corner. And that three-pointer is up and in for Tyrone Perry.
If you're wondering how Lafayette plays offense, that's it right there. Multiple backdoor cuts and, and shooters spaced in the corners. Terrific spacing and movement for this team. And Columbia actually runs a very similar offense.
Also a perfect example of how good a passer Quinn is, as he got Fulton on the back door. Rubio De La Rosa shot blocked by guess who? Quinn. Lions retain possession. 8 on the shot clock. Rubio De La Rosa working on Perry, and he loses control of the ball. O'Boyle picks it up, and back the other way we go. Jenkins stops, pops, blocked from behind by McLean, and it is going to go back the way of Columbia.
Well, 2 things about that last exchange. First, great effort by McLean to catch up to the ball. Whenever you're behind the ball, you're not playing defense. Now we see Quinn blocking shots. This guy is different, a 7-footer who's an elite passer, shot blocker, scorer. And again, then the first time, Lafayette's first possession, Harding guarded him one-on-one. If Harding can guard Quinn one-on-one, that's a huge factor in this game. But Quinn already out. The freshman Rubio in substituting for him. That's a surprise sub early.
Lions certainly not complaining from that perspective as McLean goes down low to Odunowu, working on O'Boyle, 10 on the shot clock. Nice feed to Harding, and Harding was fouled as he was about to go up. He's going to go against Perry.
Yeah, right there, excellent cut, perfect timing. Odunowu, what I like about what he did there is he took his time. Odunowu has exceptional quickness, but you have to know when to use it. When you're getting double teamed, take your time, find the open cutter.
Harding coming at 50% from the free throw line on the season, and that rest was relatively quick because Quinn is now back in.
I would like to know the reason for that quick substitution.
I guess he wanted to be rejuvenated for more block shots, apparently.
After only a minute and change of action.
So Harding cashes in, Lions on the board through the free throw line, and he's going to go the other way, an offensive foul. And it's going to go against Quinn. That'll be his first.
And that's a huge factor for Lafayette. And Coach O'Hanlon not pleased with the call or even Quinn putting himself in that position. Rubio is a 6'10 freshman. They're excited about his future, but he's nowhere near the level where Quinn's at right now. So Quinn being in foul trouble is not only a loss of his talent, but remember, his passing is what makes this offense go.
Speaking of passing, a little too much mustard on that one to Rubio De La Rosa, and that'll be another turnover.
Lafayette's playing offense-defense with Quinn and Rubio at the start of the game. A lot of times you see that late in the game, but Coach O'Hanlon trying to be strategic about keeping Quinn out of foul trouble very early in the game. This plays to get Quinn the ball.
They go to Quinn, away from the bucket, hands it off to Fulton. So look to reset. Here's Jenkins, good look from beyond the arc, and nothing but net. 2 threes made for Lafayette.
Jenkins has deep range. He's a strong power forward. I'm excited about the Murphy-Jenkins matchup. Even if they're not head-to-head, they're both 6'7 guys with deep range and the strength to finish around the rim. The 2 key matchups, I think, are at the point guard position, De La Rosa and Perry, and the 2 power forwards.
10 on the shot clock for Odunowu. High arcing right-handed floater, no good. It was last touch, they're going to say, by Lafayette. It will stay with Columbia.
Still an impressive drive for Odunowu. He's not a terrific shooter, but playing outside the arc in this big lineup, He sure looked comfortable driving the ball. Didn't go in, but that was a very comfortable move for him.
Quinn and Rubio getting quite the workout, subbing in for one another as that trend continues. Rubio defending Harding. Fulton comes over, and now they swing it around. Rubio De La Rosa for three. Off the mark, loose ball tapped around. Perry has it, and back the other way we go. Perry, bullet feed, down low to Rubio, catches it and banks it home, and Lafayette in rhythm.
Rim running by Rubio. The quickest point, the time between 2 points is a straight line.
Rubio De La Rosa answers the call, just at the last second.
And that's a straight line drive too, straight to the basket. Where Rubio ran to the basket, Rubio De La Rosa drove there. Both defensive breakdowns. Can't allow those straight line drives or rim running.
A lot of movement without the ball for the Leopards. Good feed inside to Perry, and he finishes with the left hand.
I've coached against Fran O'Hanlon and Jim Engels. Both their offenses are a pleasure to watch. And the reason Lafayette is concerned about their depth is, unlike a lot of teams, their offense takes a lot of energy to run. It's constant movement for them, not just on defense, but on offense too.
Lafayette shooting 67% from the field. 14 on the shot clock for the Lions. They go down low to Harding. Working on Rubio, blocked and denied by Rubio. And Lafayette putting on the defensive clamps. Fulton will slow things down as the Leopards look to pad their lead. Jenkins over to Fulton with 18 on the shot clock. Fulton weaves in and out of traffic, and he can't finish on the bunny. So the Lions trying to turn defense now into offense, shooting just 1 for 5 from the field. McClain puts up the three. And Rubio with one hand, the strong rebound. Back and forth we go here at Levien. Perry leaves it for Jenkins. Their leading scorer, wide open is Rubio, as the Lions fell asleep on that one.
That's the second easy basket for Rubio in transition. And you see Odunuwu and Murphy debating who should have had him. Guess what? You don't have anyone in transition. You got to pick up whoever's closest to you. And the first thing is pick up the guy closest to the basket.
Odunuwu around Jenkins, and Columbia answers the call.
I said earlier, Odunuwu was patient in the post, but he has extreme quickness, and he showed it there. He's quick in small spaces. It only takes him a foot or two to get around someone.
They're looking for a little bit more consistency from Odunuwu as a scorer, as Fulton puts up the three, and Harding's there for the rebound.
Well, Odunuwu shoots over 60% from the field, so I think with more touches, he'll get more productivity. I think he's really special. Look at this ball screen defense. Lafayette is forcing Rubio De La Rosa to go to the baseline. They're taking away his options, no middle.
Odunuwu again on Jenkins, and he cashes in. That's back-to-back buckets for Josh Odunuwu.
Exciting young talent for this Columbia team. Between Rubio De La Rosa at the point and Odunuwu inside, both in their first year of college basketball, they're exciting talents.
Boyle gets a nice feed inside, trying to circle around the defense. Jenkins the step-back three, and Harding, right place, right time again.
Coach Engels wants to get more post-scoring, and he's getting it so far in this game.
Columbia 3 of 8 from the field. Great movement without the ball by Odunuwu. Can't finish. Harding to complete the three-point play. He was fouled by Jenkins. Harding is 2 for 2 from the line tonight. And it is now a 7-0 run for Columbia, as Harding will get a breather. Jake Tavaroff in for him, the freshman out of Oceanside, New York.
This is a whole new 5-for-5 substitution for Columbia. Wholesale change.
Bolster, Shockley, Okeke, Stankard, and Robledo round out the 5. Quinn back in now for Lafayette. He hands off to Perry. Thomas Verbinskis in also, and that three-pointer off the mark by O'Boyle. Air ball, and that will head back to Columbia. O'Boyle looking back at the official, wanted a foul there. We're going to get yet another substitution. Well, they'll have to hesitate there as the jersey was not on.
We'll see if they go right inside to Tavaroff early on, try to get Quinn a second foul here.
Tavaroff. They kick it outside, and they go inside to Stankard, working on O'Boyle. 10 on the shot clock here for the Lions. Stankard thinking about the three, now puts it up. Way off the mark, long rebound. Shot clock didn't reset. Robledo's got it, he's got to give it up. Shockley Okeke the prayer, and they're going to say he did not get it off. Shot clock violation. Ball never hit the rim on that one.
You still applaud the effort of Robledo, certainly.
Great hustle, sacrificing his body.
Surprised they didn't go down low to Tavroff. Try to get that second foul on Quinn. Tavroff is surprisingly strong and athletic as a true freshman. I think he has a really strong future here.
Rubinskis looking for an opening, gives it up to the cutting O'Boyle. Great ball movement as Quinn now is double teamed. And that is going to lead to a turnover. Eric Sandberg just couldn't handle the pass.
See Perry picking up Bolster full court, trying not to let the best ball handler run the Columbia offense, forcing Shockley Okeke into it.
Because when they've had Bolster and Rubio De La Rosa in, that's freed up Rubio De La Rosa to play off the ball and get some good looks. But he is on the bench as Stankert has it. Low on the block, 15 on the shot clock. Looking for an opening, the up and under block, but there was contact.
Columbia has made threes all year long, but what we see today is a concerted effort to get the ball inside, and it's working. They're scoring, getting fouled, and by the way, that's going to open up some better looks from three-point range as the game goes on, too. You're forcing the defense to collapse, and I think the strength in numbers of this Columbia roster is they have 7 players, 6'7" and bigger, that I think all have good talent as Ivy League players. And that's one of the reasons starting a big lineup with Murphy at the 3, along with 2 big guys, allows you to utilize more of those 7 players with size. Stankert, a freshman who can really shoot it, and Tavroff, a big, strong guy at 6'8", who has good bounce.
That was Stankert's first 2 collegiate free throws, makes 1. And we are tied at 12 here. Lafayette is on a scoring drought for nearly 3 minutes. Can Quinn end it? Shockley Okeke the rebound, and the Lions look at the push. It's an 8-0 run for Columbia. Robledo for 3. Long rebound by Fulton, and Lafayette look at the push here. Sandberg leaves it for Fulton, and they'll have time here to reset. Fulton trying to go inside to Quinn. Quinn working on Tavroff, the spin. The left hand can't get the bounce, but he will earn a trip to the line.
Tavroff came
for the first time. Hines tried to check in earlier in the game. He did not have his jersey on, so it's good to see now he's sporting number 21. Slightly important to be able to check in the game when you have your jersey
That's
on.
a freshman story. They'll be talking about that in their reunions 20, 30 years from now.
Kick ball, so it will stay with Columbia. Lions with Bolster, Robledo, Harding, Shockley Okeke, and Stankert.
So I love the rest that they've been able to give Rubio De La Rosa early in this game. He is a stalwart and really a necessity for this Columbia team. And it's good they can get him some rest over here early, save him for the second half.
Speaking of save, nice job there by Harding to salvage the possession here. Robledo on the attack. The bank shot no good. Loose ball tapped around. And they're going to say it was last touch by Lafayette. It'll stay with Columbia. 10 on the shot clock. Each team has missed their last 4 field goal attempts. Columbia's drought is 2.5 minutes. And Shockley Okeke is going to end it off a backdoor feed.
What a beautifully designed set play. Bring your big guy out, dribble at a guard, that cues the back door, and the lane's open because your big guy's the passer. Nothing's clogged up down there.
Lafayette hasn't had a field goal in over 4 minutes. Can they stop the bleeding here? 12 on the shot clock. Fulton. They give it out to Jenkins. 5 on the shot clock for Hines now. Rubinskis puts up the 3 with 1 on the shot clock, short. And Stankert is there for the rebound. Lions back in the half-court set. Harding has been spreading the wealth. Now he's going to keep it himself. Can't finish with the left hand there. And Lafayette not wasting any time. Look at the push. Jenkins has been relatively quiet. Leaves it for Hines. And the Leopards will look to reset here. Shooting 39% for the field. Hines attacks the basket. Give him that, plus the foul. He'll have an opportunity to complete the 3-point play.
Well, Hines forgot to put his uniform on, but he didn't forget how to score. Hines had 15 points in this young season in just 23 minutes of playing time, and like a lot of freshmen, he's got to work on a lot of other things, but he reminds me a little bit of Robledo, the Columbia freshman, in that he just has a knack for scoring and has supreme confidence, as we saw. As soon as he got his uniform on, literally, by the way, he went to the basket.
Hines only played 1 minute at Rutgers last Monday as Lafayette won by 2 points. Game-winning jumper by Jenkins.
So Brantley, another freshman guard who gets most of the backup minutes for Lafayette, is out for health reasons today, which gets Hines some extra minutes.
And Hines will now head back to the bench. Perry replaces him. So Perry, O'Boyle, Jenkins, Fulton, and Quinn, the 5 now in on defense for the Leopards.
And Quinn's in even though they're on defense and he has 1 foul. And oh, the pocket pick by Fulton.
And Fulton, look at the finish on Bolster. He can't, but he was fouled by Bolster, so more free throws coming for Lafayette.
And that's a rare turnover by Bolster. Bolster came into this game with just 2 turnovers on the season. And there's the freshman Fulton moving his feet, picking the pocket. I doubt that would happen again. Just Bolster's a veteran, and now that he sees what Fulton's foot speed is like and his efforts to pressure, I'm sure that Bolster will be more careful next time down.
Quinn is going to head to the bench. Rubio in for him. These are Fulton's first collegiate free throw attempts. Freshman out of Ireland had not attempted a free throw in the first 5 games, and he cashes in on both.
Coach O'Hanlon loves his poise and confidence as a freshman. They played a tough schedule at Syracuse, at Rutgers, at Duke, and Fulton looked comfortable in those hostile environments and in this offensive system. Hence, he's earned the starting spot.
Rubio De La Rosa back in for Columbia with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Harding cleans it up. 11 on the shot clock. Murphy for 3. And rebounded by Fulton. Lafayette on the attack again. O'Boyle left all alone as they'll reset here with Jenkins. Fulton. Cross-court feed to Jenkins. His step-back jumper up and in, and ring that up from downtown.
Scouting report defense, you have to know Jenkins is their most prolific shooter. You got to really be there when he catches it. Try to make him into a driver. He's a post-up three-point shooting player. Not as much off the dribble.
McClain misses the 3, and Lafayette quickly back the other way. Leopards not wasting any time. Jenkins had a 3 on the last possession, and this time off the mark. Jenkins has 6 points. That's 1 more than he had in the win at Rutgers, as McClain can't get it to go. Perry the rebound. Lafayette will slow things down. They don't have the numbers. O'Boyle, wide open 3. Rebounded by Jenkins, and Lafayette back in business. Perry, quick release. 2 missed 3s, and the Lions finally get the stop. An 8-0 run for the Leopards in the last minute 45. They go down low to Harding. Draws the double. Rubio De La Rosa, wide open 3. And both teams misfiring.
Really good pass by Harding, but Lafayette forcing Rubio De La Rosa to the baseline, not letting him drive middle, has really limited his effectiveness in pick and rolls, where he's usually very strong.
Jenkins tips it out to Rubio. They swing it to Perry. 15 on the shot clock. Perry right through the heart of the
back full strength in just 6 months.
Remarkable story to get one of their key distributors and perimeter defenders as Lafayette salvages the possession, and it is Verbinskis that is able to finish.
The only players that we could think of who's made a 6-month comeback the way he has is Adrian Peterson, an NFL great, and Kyle Lowry did it when he played at Villanova coming off an ACL. He's an NBA great, so that's great company for Perry to be in terms of that incredible, nearly miraculous recovery.
Josh Odonowu can't finish on the bunny. He grabs his own miss. Could the 3rd time be a charm? He's going to be denied, as guess who? Perry there with the stop. Lafayette, once again, looking to pad its lead, up by 12 here. It's a 12-0 run. Around the perimeter it goes. O'Boyle for 3. Make it a 15-0 run. My goodness. And Jim Engels has seen a College of Mount St. Vincent. So this is, unfortunately for them, charted territory.
And they've shown the ability to be resilient and come back and even win games like this, but it's certainly something that's not sustainable as we see the moving screen on Odunowu. Yeah, slow starts are not the mark. Consistently slow starts are not the mark of a consistent team. It's something Columbia has to figure out. And what's very concerning for Columbia is Lafayette's built this lead with Quinn playing minimal minutes. And Quinn they're a much better player with Quinn in the game than without.
Quinn has only played 5 minutes as he hands off to Perry. Well, Boyle hit a 3 on the last possession. Sonberg leaves it for Perry.
Look at the movement in this offense. That's why they are concerned about their depth. You got to be moving constantly on offense as well as defense in the Lafayette system.
Rubio De La Rosa pulls up for 3. And that one off the mark as the Lions have now missed their last 9 field goal attempts.
The other thing, Lafayette plays so fast that you can make up a differential pretty quickly against them. They're not a slow tempo team, they're an up tempo team. So there's a lot of possessions to make your own run.
Perry leaves it for Sonberg, pulls up for 3. Nothing but net. Lafayette with its 5th 3 of the night. It is 32-14.
What execution. And Verbinskis should get an assist on that because he had set a heck of a screen to get Sonberg wide open.
They have 9 assists on 11 made field goals.
Once again, I coached against Coach O'Hanlon. There's not a better offensive coach anywhere.
Fulton round out the 5 for Lafayette.
And this is Columbia's starting lineup that, frankly, has been their best lineup so far today. We'll see if they can make a run here going into the half.
Rubio De La Rosa with the right hand. Can't finish it. Quinn there for the rebound. It's an 18-2 run as a result of those free throws, but the Lions have missed their last 10 field goal attempts. Quinn has the ball knocked away from behind. They're going to get a foul, though, on Rubio De La Rosa. That'll be number 2 on him. And that's number 6 on the team. When we get to the 7th, we go to the 1-and-1. So they'll inbound underneath. Sonberg will do the honors.
Lafayette likes to curl people around screens. There's curl, and then the second person pops out.
They go inside to Quinn. Immediately doubled. Out to Sonberg. Great ball movement. Fulton wide open, and he cannot deliver. Harding there for the rebound, and boy, did the Lions dodge a bullet there. Murphy, he's been quiet tonight.
Look at the footwork. Whenever looking on the wing right there. That time they actually let him go middle, which is a mistake. Lucky he missed it.
0 for their last 11 field goal attempts. Fulton out to Sonberg, his 3. And Harding is there for the rebound. Quick outlet to Murphy. Murphy spots up. And the struggles just continue. Odunowu back out to Murphy. And Murphy can't finish. Difficult shot. Sonberg.
There's plenty of possessions to make up a deficit, but at some point you got to make shots.
Oh, Boyle for 3.
And there's a perfect example. Lafayette's going to play fast, continue to shoot, and give Columbia a chance to get back.
Rubio De La Rosa the pull-up. And finally, Columbia stops the bleeding over 7 minutes without a make.
And he's going to have to take that shot a little bit more because, again, they're forcing him to the baseline.
Quinn kicks it out to O'Boyle, wide open. Off the mark, Quinn the follow, and he gets the roll.
Columbia is fortunate that Quinn hasn't played more. I've said it many times today. Lafayette's a much better team with Quinn in the game, but now they'll go. I thought they missed Harding there. Should have got it to Harding because you could still get Quinn with a second foul here.
That was Quinn's first make of the night. Rubio De La Rosa off the mark. Quinn there for the rebound, and Lafayette quickly back the other way. The Leopards have hit 5 threes in this game. Now they work it inside. Jenkins doubled. Kicks it out to Fulton. Off the pump, the floater. A smooth touch by C.J. Fulton.
Fulton has a lot of international experience playing for the Irish national team, and that's helped him adjust to college basketball because at that level you play against top players and older guys.
He represented Ireland, the under-18 FIBA European Championships in Romania. Averaged nearly 10 points a game in that tournament. McLean with 7 on the shot clock. threads the needle to Harding, intercepted by Quinn, and Lafayette's playing bully ball. And they're going to say this was last touched by the Lions.
Columbia's missing Harding some in the post. You know, sometimes you miss the most obvious thing. Harding's had Quinn on his back just waiting for an entry pass, but they're not seeing the easy pass and trying to make some tougher ones.
Quinn leaves it for O'Boyle. 15 on the shot clock. They're trying to get inside to Quinn. Instead, he sets a high screen. 8 on the shot clock for Fulton. He's left all alone. He pulls up and he connects. Fulton having his way with the mid-range game.
Coach O'Hanlon thinks Fulton could be the next in line for a long list of all Patriot League rookie team members, along with Jenkins and O'Boyle. Fulton could be next this year. One freshman blending into the starting lineup with a veteran group.
A 6-0 run for the Leopards. Odunowu puts an end to that with the strong finish.
It's all about Odunowu and Harding inside.
Quickly they go up ahead to Perry, and we're going to get a foul as he was bumped underneath.
And you saw Lafayette run off a made shot. And it's been helping Lafayette. They're an up-tempo, confident, high-scoring philosophy team. But that high tempo will also give Columbia opportunities to reduce the deficit. But their only success offensively has been going inside.
Foul went against McLean. That was his first, team 7th. That's why Perry is at the line here for 1-1. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He was perfect coming in on the season, 4 for 4, and he will earn another. Perry, one of the 2 co-captains, as we take a closer look at that knee brace, the torn ACL that he quickly recovered from, 6 months.
Yep.
You brought up Adrian Peterson, John. Remember, he ran for over 2,000 yards following that injury.
Well, it's been done, but very, very rarely. The only one in basketball I could think of is Kyle Lowry. Coach O'Hanlon described it as borderline miraculous. He said, I thought if we got him back for conference play and had to work him into shape, that would be great. And he said, lo and behold, start of the season, he's his normal self. He's explosive, he's in shape. He's done an unbelievable job with his rehab, and obviously his medical staff has helped the process greatly too.
And he's also shooting well tonight from the field, 3 of 4. Reason I bring that up, last 3 games shooting just 30%, 10 of 33. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Murphy. Draws the contact, no foul, can't finish. It's been that type of a night for Columbia.
And win for Lafayette.
Perry trying to get a shot off. He loses footing, and we're going to get a foul. It looks like it. And this is going to go against McLean. That's going to be number 2 on him, and that is the team's 8th. As Quinn gets a breather, Rubio comes in for him, and Perry's now at the line for a 1-1.
And Coach O'Hanlon limiting the minutes of Quinn playing offense, defense, so he doesn't get in foul trouble has worked perfectly for Lafayette, but it's worked perfectly because Rubio has given quality minutes, and this team has played together. And without their leader on the floor, their 7-foot best passer, the offense has continued to flourish.
So Perry earning another, and he hits both. Columbia, 2 of 17 during the last 8+ minutes.
See if they go inside, which is something that they have had some success with.
About a 13-second differential between game clock and shot clock, and McLean, it makes no difference. He's able to finish. So the shot clock is off. Lafayette can hold for the final shot here in half number 1.
It's a psychological stop here for Columbia. Try to feel good going into the locker room.
Lafayette broke things open with an 18-0 run. Perry puts up the jumper, well off the mark. O'Boyle hustles for the loose ball, and he stepped out of play, so that will give it back to Columbia with 2.3 seconds to go.
Columbia works on these late game situations. I expect a long pass and a quality shot. I'm wrong.
Rubio De La Rosa puts up the prayer, First 20 minutes of play.
I mean, they just outplayed Columbia in every way, shape, and form, and we'll see how different this second half is.
Leopards basketball to start. Quinn's in with Perry, O'Boyle, Fulton, and Jenkins. Trying to go inside to Quinn. They reverse course.
Good defense by Harding, not letting Quinn get it.
They leave it for Quinn. Working on Odonowu. 6 on the shot clock for Fulton. Fulton thinking about the pull-up. The leaner, no good, and Harding the rebound.
Excellent first defensive possession for Columbia. Did not allow a good shot at all until the very end of the possession. Finished with the defensive rebound.
Now it's a matter of Columbia capitalizing, and that's not how you want to start, with a turnover.
An honest mistake, though. There was a mix match over there. Odonowu had a guard on him, and the pass was just a little bit too far off to the side. Right intent, not great execution.
That's turnover number 8. Lafayette has scored 10 points off Columbia's mishaps, and they have an opportunity to add to that, and that's going to be a foul against McLean. That's going to be number 3 on him. And that's one of those fouls away from the bucket, too.
And officials are calling it more this year. In past years, trying to get over the top of screens, wedging yourself in between your man and the screener was okay. This year, when you wedge in between and draw contact, they're calling that as a foul more. They want you to go under the screen.
Point of emphasis this season. Fulton swings it to O'Boyle, catches, fires, and can't connect. So Lafayette has missed its first 2 shots of the second half. And that has not happened very often in the first half. McLean in traffic. Odonowu trying to clear it out. He does so. Give him that bucket plus the foul.
He's emerging. Early in the year, certain things are revealed to you. And what's being revealed to Columbia is that Odonowu is exceptional. For a guy who's never played college basketball, he was a freshman last year when the season was canceled. He is really showing himself to be a potential go-to guy down low, an outstanding defender as well.
He now has 8 points, and the rest of the team not necessarily complimenting his play as he completes that. So give Odonowu now 9 on 4 of 8 shooting.
And his defense is even better than his offense. He can guard literally any one of the 5 positions out on the court. Against Boston College, I saw him defending point guards and centers. He can move his feet. He can block shots. Once again, I think with Odonowu and Rubio De La Rosa, they have 2 wonderful cornerstones to build around.
He's a great swing man. Perry's 3 is off the mark, so now Lafayette 0 for 3 to start the half. McLean leaves it for Odonowu. Can't get it to Rubio De La Rosa. They'll reset. Good defense by Perry on Rubio De La Rosa without the ball. Now they finally get the handoff. The pull-up. And O'Boyle there for the rebound.
Lance, you make a great point about Perry's defense. They say he's the best ball handler, best on-ball defender, and best communicator on the team. That's why he's their team captain and leader.
And they're going to get a foul inside as Quinn was trying to move around the Columbia defense. It's going to go against Stanker. That'll be number 1 on him.
Pivoting down low. Harding holding his ground, then the help comes down, and Stanker gets him on the forearm.
O'Boyle to inbound with 20 on the shot clock. They get it to Quinn. Perry leaves it for Quinn. Out to O'Boyle. Wide open look. And he can't get the roll, so now they're 0 for 4. But it's all about the Lions capitalizing and making Lafayette pay. And there's been mixed results on this end.
I think Odonowu can use his quickness against the 7-footer. Quinn moving his feet, though.
Harding double teamed. Hands off to Odonowu. Trying to muscle his way through. Stankard has the loose ball. 9 on the shot clock. Rubio De La Rosa for 3. And he is now 2 of 12. And the steal will give it back to Columbia. Rubio De La Rosa weaves in and out of traffic. Blocked and denied by Quinn. You're not going to solve the 7-footer that way. Fulton feeds it off to O'Boyle, and he is denied by Odonowu, but there was definitely contact in route up.
Quinn is really a unicorn to me. I've seen 7-footers block shots. I've seen 7-footers score down low. Look at him, straight up, hands straight up, making sure he doesn't foul, and initiates the break going the other way. Fulton to O'Boyle, and Odunowu doing a nice job, though, with a no layup rule over there, making sure O'Boyle earns the points from the free throw line.
This is O'Boyle's first free throw attempt tonight. And he is not able to get the bounce. He's their best free throw shooter at 89% coming in.
O'Boyle was a high school quarterback. He was in high school when I was still at LaSalle, and I really liked him in AU play. He's exactly what you see right here, a skilled player who can shoot, but he brings that football toughness to the court as well.
Quarterback at Scranton Prep. He was actually all-state. That's how good of a football player he was.
It's funny, he made a bad defensive play one time, and Coach O'Hanlon says, yeah, that's why you didn't play defense and football. And actually, O'Boyle says, oh no, yes I did, I played safety. And he goes, I just wasn't very good at that either.
So that is now the second comeback line that you've referenced for O'Hanlon.
Yeah, the Lafayette guys were full of humor.
Speaking of comebacks, Murphy for 3, and perhaps a sign of life for the Lions.
They're chipping away, just as we said, winning this half by 5 so far, bit by bit.
Lafayette has just 1 point. Murphy nearly came away with the steal. Rubio whips it out to Perry. 12 on the shot clock. Verbinskis. As Hines is back in as well. 5 on the shot clock. They go to Rubio. He's bumped by Stankard, and they're going to get the foul on Stankard.
Stankard's second foul, and sometimes you don't need to foul. Stankard's a freshman. He's just playing hard. But right here, yeah, he just bumped, whereas if he just stopped a foot short of that and held his ground, he would have been fine. But that's an experience thing.
Stankard will now head to the bench. Robledo in for him. So it's Robledo, Odunowu, McLean, Rubio De La Rosa, and Murphy in on defense for Columbia.
And Quinn is a legit 7 foot. He is a whole head bigger than the 6'7" Odunowu.
Leaves it for Perry. Overshoots the rim. Sondberg the rebound, and Quinn is there to clean it up. So Lafayette's back in business. Quinn on the high post. Backing his way down. 6 on the shot clock. They leave it for Perry. He's got 3 to work with. Perry the step back 3. And Murphy there for the rebound. Lions looking to push. Rubio De La Rosa off the crossover. The bank shot. And he can't get the roll. And Quinn is there for yet another rebound.
And Quinn didn't block that, but he sure made Rubio De La Rosa change his shot.
Of their field goal attempts to start this half. They only have 1 point at the free throw line.
Well, that's how Columbia came back against Binghamton in their win when they were down 16. They got stop after stop, had a 16-0 run. So here they're locking down on defense again, a good sign.
They're working around the perimeter. 10 on the shot clock for O'Boyle. They go inside again to Quinn. Height advantage on Odunowu. Look. They go back inside to Quinn, this time on Harding.
I like the single coverage, and Harding won the battle of the post that time. Kept him away from the basket.
5 on the shot clock for Lafayette. O'Boyle gives it to Jenkins. Back to Quinn, 2. Is he going to get it off? No, he's not. But they're going to say contact right at the very end. And it's going to go against Harding, number 2 on him. And that is a killer foul just as the shot clock was expiring.
And this is the continuity of the offense. For 30 seconds, they continue to move and cut. Columbia played good defense for 29 seconds, but on the last second, they got one more drive opportunity that draws the foul. That's the strength, one of the strengths of Lafayette's offense. From the moment they get the ball, they use that whole 30 seconds with movement and an attack move.
And that was Columbia's 6th foul, and we're only at the 14:55 mark here in the second half. That means Lafayette's going to shoot free throws for the duration of the game.
And Columbia is traditionally a very good free throw shooting team as well.
10 on the shot clock. Jenkins, leading scorer on the season for the Leopards. Trying to solve Robledo, and he can't finish at the rim. So the Leopards have yet to make a field goal here in the second half. Rubio De La Rosa. sealed off. Out to Robledo for three. Ring it up.
Remember, all Columbia has to do is win every 4-minute media timeout segment by 4 to 5 points. They won the first one by 5 points, and they're already up 3 here going towards this second media timeout. Keep chipping away.
Fulton kicks it out to O'Boyle, looking to return the favor, and he does so. A trifecta from the corner. And it's back to a 15-point lead. The first make of the second half as McLean draws contact en route to the bucket.
McLean got hit in the ribs. That is a painful place to get a hard contact. And there you go, right in the rib. Clearly a foul because Quinn even stuck his hip out a little bit. The trainer's looking to see if they want to check on him, and his teammates are calling him over.
Yeah, Quinn shaking up on that. That was his second personal as he was bent over, and now it looks like he's going to gingerly walk off the court under his own power with assistance as the training staff taking a look at him. So Rubio is in place of Quinn.
Yeah, whether they're ribs or hip pointers, and he got hit on the side there, that's about as tender a spot as an athlete can get hit.
McLean has not attempted a free throw tonight. 72% on the season. And that is an ideal way to eat into the deficit, but he can't convert as we take another look.
And there's the drive and the contact all on the side, and that's also why it was a foul. You can't defensively try to establish your position and cut someone off on the side. If you're going to take a charge, it has to be right in the sternum with position right in front of the offensive player. You can't put your side in front of the driving path, which is what happened right there.
And you also have to do it before the shooter's in the act of shooting.
The loss of Quinn is significant. I know Lafayette played well early without him, but that's a big piece they're losing right there.
O'Boyle misses. Jenkins is there to clean it up, and Lafayette now starting to gain some rhythm on the offensive end. It's a 16-point lead with just over 13 minutes to go. Lafayette led by 20 at the break. McLean in no man's land, and that is going to be turnover number 9.
It's a good sign for Lafayette for Quinn to get right back in the game.
As Quinn replaces Rubio. Jaden Cooper is going to see his first action for the Lions. McLean will take a seat. Lafayette having to break down the Columbia press with Jenkins, Fulton, Perry, Quinn, and O'Boyle. Jenkins having trouble. Gets it to O'Boyle, up ahead to Fulton. It's a foot race to the bucket. Fulton stops, pops, and lays it in. Perfect execution.
That was an impressive athletic play by Fulton. Full court, out-racing Rubio De La Rosa with the ball in his hands.
Robledo looking to finish on the other end, can't, and Lafayette off to the races. Quinn drops it down low to Jenkins. Around the perimeter it goes. O'Boyle sees an opening. O'Boyle can't get the roll, but he drew the foul.
Good job by Harding going straight up in the restricted circle. The problem is what we alluded to earlier with Quinn. He wasn't squarely in front of the offensive player. He took an inappropriate angle and got the contact on the side.
Number 3 on Harding, team 7th. O'Boyle was in the act, so he'll head to the line for 2. He's 1 for 2 tonight. We'll have some subs on both sides. Harding takes a seat. Odonowu in for him. Jenkins will get a breather, replaced by Verbinskis.
And in games like this, I do keep track of the score by 4-minute periods, and with this made free throw over here, Lafayette's back up 5 for this last segment and has got the lead back up to 20 again.
As they now have each scored 10 points in the second half. O'Boyle out, Sonberg in for him.
And as you mentioned earlier, I think Perry's defense on Rubio De La Rosa has been outstanding throughout the game.
Well, you could see as they drive into the lane, Perry all over him. As Cooper is going to be charged with a backcourt violation. So the turnovers continue to pile. That's number 10 for Columbia. And Lafayette has essentially scored a point per turnover for Columbia. They've got 12 points off mishaps. When you're down by 20, you can't afford to lose those possessions.
Well, in any sport, we all know turnovers are killers, and basketball is certainly a prime example of that.
Fulton nearly lost his footing. 4 on the shot clock. And now he's going to call a timeout.
No time to dribble.
Lobs it up to Sandberg, blocked by Cooper. And the Lions trying to turn defense into offense, but Fulton is able to get his hand in the passing lane. 3-on-1. Perry pulls up for the trifecta, and Ononowu the rebound.
Once again, the pace favors Columbia having opportunities to make a comeback over here. Lafayette continues to push the pace, but creating turnovers makes it easy to push the pace, and that obviously hurts Columbia a great deal.
12 turnovers and counting for Columbia. Verbinskis leaves it for Fulton, and they go inside to Quinn. Quinn looking to dominate. Kicks it out to Sandberg. His 3, up and in. The 7th made 3 for Lafayette, and it's their largest lead. They're up by 23.
Well, that was not an exceptional pass, but it was a smart pass. Quinn was caught under the backboard, and never shoot if you're not comfortable, and no one's comfortable underneath the backboard, so he wisely finds the open man in the corner.
Well, that was because he nearly hit the backboard. Yeah. That's 7 feet tall. Murphy for 3. Can't get it to go. Fulton the rebound, and look at Lafayette once again trying to push the tempo. A 9-0 run for Lafayette. Sandberg had a 3 on the last possession. Kicks it out to Verbinskis. Grabs his own miss, and he is going to be charged with an offensive foul as Cooper was able to stand his ground.
Coach O'Hanlon's not pleased with that for the very reason we talked about earlier. He felt like Cooper moved forward. No, he actually didn't. Boy, I'll tell you what, these officials, you look at this stuff in slow motion and you realize how good they were. Coach O'Hanlon thought that Cooper moved into the offensive player forward. Instead, he just held his position. Outstanding call.
And also great court awareness, John, to be able to get above the semicircle there.
Yeah, good job by Cooper defensively.
Bolster gives it up to Stankard. Lions looking to get something going on offense.
Lafayette has been very sticky defensively. The cuts and screening action of Columbia have not really helped them. Lafayette's been able to stay attached to people. And Lafayette much better known for its offense than its defense. But this Columbia offense has no shortage of cutting and moving either. It's just that Lafayette's been a bit stickier in not giving up the kind of open looks that Columbia has.
John, this Leopards team is averaging opponents to get 82 points per game. They've held Columbia to 32.
By far their best defensive game. Well, this and Rutgers, but Rutgers, they played zone most of the game.
And Rutgers shot 28% from the field. Stankard for 3, off the mark, loose ball, and Robledo had it, then he loses it to Sandberg, and Lafayette out hustling Columbia. As now the Leopards trying to milk some clock. The Lions have not scored in the last 3:51. Oh, Boyle can't catch up with the feed from Verbinskis.
See, Perry picks up Rubio De La Rosa baseline to baseline. And that's a senior against a freshman, too. Rubio De La Rosa, very talented, been productive throughout this year, but he's learning as he goes as well.
Stankard sealed off by Verbinskis, and now Rubio De La Rosa has it. Perry with him. 10 on the shot clock for Harding. Harding maneuvering around the defense, and he is able to capitalize with the left hand.
Harding's capable of that down there. Coach Engels just wants to see it more often.
Harding, 7 points, 10 rebounds. Lafayette working around the perimeter. Perry for 3, give it to him. 14 points on the night to lead the way for the Leopards.
That's way too open. He was able to catch that and shoot it pretty comfortably. Bolster late closing out, and I think there was confusion between him and Rubio De La Rosa.
And Robledo responds for Columbia. That is just the 3rd made 3 for the Lions on 15 attempts. A 21-point advantage for Lafayette. Sandberg left all alone. He didn't even realize it.
He missed the shot, but that was confusion again between the two freshmen in the corner about who should take who.
Rubio De La Rosa's contested three. Count that bucket plus the foul. Just what the doctor ordered for the Lions.
Sandberg's playing innocent, but there's no question he grazed the forearm on this call. The officials catch it again.
Number one on Sandberg. Rubio De La Rosa can now complete a 4-point play. He's 2 for 2 from the line tonight.
And can this be a momentum shift for Columbia?
Every time the Lions have cut into the deficit, Lafayette has responded. And he completes the 4-point play. So it's now a 17-point lead. Fulton, Jenkins, Quinn, O'Boyle, and Sandberg, the 5 in for the Leopards. We're shooting just 28% in this half. O'Boyle leaves it for Quinn, immediately doubled. Robledo knocks it loose. Quinn recovers. They get it to Jenkins. Fulton for 3. Harding fighting with Quinn. John, perhaps giving Columbia some momentum here.
Yeah, perhaps it does. But Columbia running out of time. We've been monitoring their progress media timeout by media timeout. The next one, there's going to be under 4 minutes left. They got to make their run now.
Well, Rubio De La Rosa has an opportunity to now cash in on more free throws. Fouled by Sandberg. That's number 2 on him and the team's 5th. Rubio De La Rosa is 3 for 3 from the line. He leads the way with 10 points. He has scored in double figures in 6 of Columbia's 7 games. And that is not the result you want to see as Perry's back in. Sandberg takes a seat for Lafayette.
And you really didn't expect this. Coming off the Boston College game, Columbia played well in that game offensively. Murphy put on a shooting clinic, and you just didn't see the team going cold to this extent here against Lafayette.
Murphy had 19 points in that game, and he's made at least 5 threes in 2 of the last 3 contests, but Murphy has been extremely quiet. Just 3 points tonight on 1 of 6 shooting. Off the inbounds, O'Boyle in transition, and Lafayette continuing to pile on.
Lafayette's press attack has been phenomenal. They've gone long. Columbia hasn't had a safety back there, and Lafayette's made Columbia pay for pressing, for sure.
Bolster off the screen, leaves it for Robledo. And Robledo can't get the roll. Harding, another strong rebound. Bolster thought about the 3, releases, and the Lions just ice cold from the perimeter. 4 of 18 from downtown. Quinn kicks it out. O'Boyle for 3. McClain the rebound. Lions are shooting 40% from the field in the second half, and it's going to go down based on that. As Rubio De La Rosa apparently was able to save it, and then was last touched by Lafayette. Perry got his hand in as Robledo was trying to secure the basketball. 20 on the shot clock for the Lions.
Boy, Perry really chases Rubio De La Rosa around those screens.
The ball movement, Bolster from the corner. And Bolster with his 2nd miss from downtown. Quinn sealed off. They continue to play catch. Quinn on Harding. This was the matchup we featured. O'Boyle for 3. And both teams unable to find the bottom of the net now. McClain denied by Quinn, and it's going to not be saved by the Leopards. It will stay with Columbia.
All Quinn's going to do is lead Lafayette and block shots. Here you see the 7-foot length being effective defensively. He's going to lead them in blocks, he's going to lead them in rebounding, and he's going to lead them in assists. Other than that, he's just okay, I guess.
Doesn't leave much room
no.
on the stat sheet.
What's the old saying, everything but sell popcorn?
That was also, I think, the first time, John, that Columbia forced Quinn to actually jump off the ground to block a shot.
Well, it's smart. He doesn't foul. He stays big and doesn't swipe down on the ball.
Rubio De La Rosa leaving it for Bolster. They kick it out to Odonowu. 10 on the shot clock with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Harding grabs the rebound. 6 on the shot clock. Robledo the leaner. And the Lions cannot buy a bucket. Harding now up to 12 boards. And that is a new season high. 19 is his career high.
Yeah, and there's no faulting the effort with Harding on the glass. Oop, and that, boy, he got away with a foul on that one, though. He rode Perry chest to chest across half court, making contact all the way. But Columbia gets called for the second foul.
It's going to go against Odonowu. That's number 4 on him. That's the team's 8th. So we're going to have a 1-and-1 coming here. Both teams are in the midst of scoring droughts that have gone well over 2 minutes. Jenkins has not attempted a free throw. 40% on the season, 2 of 5. And Stankard comes in, Harding takes a seat. Jenkins last season was 62% from the line.
And we've talked about this on one of the other broadcasts. Jenkins is an example of a very good three-point shooter who's not as good as you would expect from the free throw line.
And he will earn another. As Rubio will come back in for Lafayette. Quinn will take a seat.
Rubio certainly can't do the things that Quinn can do at 7 foot or Quinn later in his career. But the thing that Rubio and Coach O'Hanlon has to be very pleased with, the team has been equally effective with Rubio out there.
Yeah, they haven't missed a beat.
No, it's a good sign for their team depth, which was a big concern going into this year for Coach O'Hanlon. But 2 freshmen, Fulton from the guard position and Rubio as a backup big man, look like they're going to be legitimate contributors for this year's Lafayette team.
Lions have missed their last 7 field goal attempts.
And they really haven't been great looks. And even inside, Lafayette chests up. And I don't know if they're doing it. Ooh, and there's an and one right there.
So give Luke Bolster that bucket. He will now earn a trip to the line to complete the 3-point play as he was able to maneuver around the towers inside.
A good hard drive by Bolster. One of the things I wonder if Lafayette is doing successfully, Columbia's missing so many shots inside. Certainly a part of that is Quinn's length. But even when it's not Quinn, I think they press up with their chest well. They put their hands back to make it clear to the officials that they're not fouling with their hands. But sometimes that disguises a foul with your hips or your chest. You're moving into the person, being physical, but by showing your hands, sometimes you avoid the foul being called.
We saw that with Quinn earlier in the game, except he reached in with his hip and picked up the foul. 17-point lead for Lafayette. They have not hit a field goal in the last 2:42. Quinn was looking for the back door. 10 on the shot clock. Fulton puts up the contested 3 and connects.
That was a tough shot. Bolster was right there.
C.J. Fulton is now in double digits with 11. And that is last touched by Lafayette. We'll have a sub. Rubio in. Quinn heads back to the bench.
I'm impressed that Lafayette continues to pick up full court and be defensive aggressors, even though they have a pretty safe lead at this point of the game. But it looks like they're expanding their style. We've sung their praises offensively, but I see a bigger defensive commitment by Lafayette here today.
McLean the pull-up short. Fulton the rebound. Perry will orchestrate traffic here. A number that jumps out, above all, 15 assists on 21 made field goals. They have spread the ball tonight, just like Perry does to Jenkins, who leads Rubio, who pretty much maintained it throughout the majority of the second half. There was a brief early run by the Lions, but after that, all Lafayette.
I like Rubio de la Rosa being out of the game right now. No reason to risk injury.
Sandberg for three, and that is what you call an exclamation point. His third three, he's got 9. So that is a career high for Sandberg, the sophomore out of Maryland. And if there were questions about depth for Lafayette, the Leopards have certainly answered that as he now picks up a foul on Stankard.
We mentioned earlier the freshman guard, Brantley, has been one of the first players off the bench. I asked Coach O'Hanlon, who do you think will see those extra minutes? And he mentioned Sandberg. I was a little surprised because Brantley's a 6'2 player, Sandberg at 6'9", 6'7", 6'9". So he went with the bigger Sandberg, and Sandberg's responded. 6'7", I'm sorry. Knew it was one of those.
He was unhappy that you did not give him an extra inch. Yes. You'll have to answer for that after the game. As Stankard trying to complete the free throws. He is 2 for 4 in this game. Long rebound goes to Odunowu. So Lions get the ball back. McLean thinking about the 3. And it goes off of his foot. And that is going to be turnover number 13. And when you shoot 27% from the field and you tack on 13 turnovers, that's how you put yourself in a position down by 70 to 46.
And the 4 first-year players out there right now for Columbia, these are valuable reps. It's still early in the season, and you want these guys to get as much experience and confidence as possible. So for these players, this is not useless final minutes here. This is experience they need.
Bolster gets his hand to the passing lane, lobs it up into Robledo, who loses it, and they're going to say it was last touched by him. Fulton, great hustle to get in position there. As Perry will head to the bench. Lafayette now with Jenkins. Isaiah Thompson in for the first time handling the ball. Fulton, Quinn, and Sandberg. Thompson, the freshman out of White Plains, New York. He goes back door. And he steps out of play.
And Stankard was in perfect help position underneath the basket. When you're guarding the person furthest from the ball, it's your job to protect the rim. And again, Stankard getting valuable reps here in these last few minutes. It won't impact winning and losing, but it can impact his development.
Hines is back in as well for Lafayette. As Odunowu trying to solve Quinn. And he gets the reach around to bounce through.
That's a bright spot. I know the loss is disappointing, but you watch Odunowu do these kind of things, and that's a huge encouraging factor for Columbia. Just so much energy and unique quickness and shot-making ability around the basket, and the ability to guard all 5 positions. You hear him, see him on the 7-footer here against BC, Boston College. He was guarding point guards.
Odunowu with 11 to tie for the team lead. Quinn denied underneath, and Stankard couldn't save it. He stepped out of play, so it will stay with Lafayette, and now Fran O'Hanlon cleaning out the bench.
But Stankard, for the second time, was exactly where he should have been positionally in terms of defensive help. You got to look for bright spots right now.
Tavroff in, Odunowu takes his seat. Jay Vaughn, the other co-captain of the team, is in as he inbounds to Verbinskis, and we're going to get a foul on Stankard. That'll be number 3 on him.
Vaughn's bio caught my eye. He is an entrepreneur. His company is called Vaughn's Lawns, lawn care and personal services, and I think he's going to expand on things from Vaughn's Lawns for sure. But you know, he's a team captain, a terrific student, and I think I like that name, Vaughn's Lawns. I would call that company, especially knowing him as a Lafayette basketball captain.
It's got a nice ring to it.
It does.
As Hines is there for the rebound. Vaughn, the senior out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, did not play in the win at Rutgers on Monday. 5 on the shot clock. Rubio well off the mark. And that will be a return to Columbia. Lions have only made 2 of their last 10 field goal attempts.
I'd like to see Tavroff get a touchdown here. As I said, he's big, strong. I saw him in practice. He gets up, dunks the ball easily off 2 feet around the basket.
Stankard for 3. McLean trying to play volleyball, can't get it. Rubio up ahead to Thompson. Thompson trying to get through traffic, and he is able to draw the foul, so he will now head to the free throw line. He's going to go against Bolster. That'll be number 3 on him. The Lions well over the limit, so Thompson is going to go to the line for his first ever free throw attempts.
Hard drive, and right there you see Bolster get an elbow to the jaw. That one hurt for sure. Shook it off. Tough guy. He's been a leader, vocal, smart player throughout this year. Great assist to turnover ratio, verbal. But that one definitely hurt.
As Bolster heads to the bench, Ben Milstein in for him, making his 3rd appearance, and Thompson 2 for 2 to start his collegiate career at the free throw line.
2-3 zone for Lafayette, finishing things up.
Stankard, the drop step. Vince gets the rebound. Vaughn, baseball pass up ahead to Hines, intercepted by McLean. So this time they had the safety help. McLean up ahead to Tavroff with the left hand. Count that, plus the foul.
From a winning-losing perspective, it's too little too late, but it gives these young players something to feel good about. McLean with the big steal, the nice dish, and Tavroff in just his first few games here getting another one of his early baskets, a chance to go to the free throw line. And these are baby steps for young players.
Foul went against Rubio, his first. Team's 8th. Tavroff cannot complete the play. Vaughn the rebound as the shot clock is off. So Lafayette could just dribble it out here at Levy Gymnasium. A Leopards team coming off an impressive win at Rutgers last Monday, their first win of the season. They've had to be road warriors to start the season. December, they'll be home for the majority of it, with 4 of their next 5 games at home. Thompson dribbles it out, and